Welcome here from Pensacola, Florida for SmackDown. And we're starting off with a tag team match as Daniel Bryan and Bobby Lashley will team to take on Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker in a tag match. It looks like Bryan took out his braids from last week. But this is an unusual match, and it got confirmed to us that these four will clash for the Intercontinental Championship in a fatal four-way at SummerSlam, confirmed last week by General Manager Adam Pearce. So we should be looking forward to that. But tonight, two of each side have to be friendly with each other to beat the other side in a tag match to open Friday Night SmackDown tonight. And also to come tonight, Io Sky will go face-to-face with her SummerSlam opponent, Charlotte Flair. Bianca Belair will take on Trish Stratus. Gunther and Kurt Angle will meet face-to-face after Kurt Angle won the gauntlet match last week to confirm that he will be the opponent for Gunther at SummerSlam. Team Angle will defend their tag team titles against the Street Profits. And in our main event, it's not a match, it's a segment, Roman Reigns and CM Punk will put pen on paper to confirm their match for SummerSlam tonight. All and more on SmackDown when tomorrow we are officially 1 week away from the biggest party of the summer. It's going to be a big night.
Bye. And dog with us on commentary.
And here comes Bronson Reed, who last week was speared by Braun Breaker and then pinned by Daniel Bryan in a triple threat, and now has to team with the man who speared him last week, Braun Breaker, the Intercontinental Champion, here tonight to open SmackDown. And now here comes the IC Champion. What a year Braun Breaker has had.
He has not been pinned.
But coming up, he does have to defend his Intercontinental Championship match, and potentially the biggest match of his reign, where he does not have to be pinned to lose. That will be 1 week from tomorrow at SummerSlam, when he defends against the three other men in this match, Daniel Bryan, Bronson Reed, and Bobby Lashley in a fatal four-way. And this tag match is next here on Friday Night SmackDown. And here we go. Match is underway now. So last week Daniel Bryan pinned Bronson Reed, and now they're going to meet face to face here as they're the first two legal men. And right now Bronson Reed is not happy. Took 2 pins in a row from Bobby Lashley and then Daniel Bryan. And of course, he's also been pinned by Braun Breaker. So all three other men here in this match for Bronson Reed have pinned him before, and he sees this tag match as a way to prove himself. And I mean, none of these four men like each other. Them teaming with each other is a way to test their discipline in a way, I would say. And Bryan fighting back against Reed. Bronson Reed DDT. Now Bronson Reed with Daniel Bryan. Bryan, of course, had the aid of Braun Breaker last week to, I mean, not team with him, but at least do some damage on Bronson Reed. And now Bronson Reed is doing all the damage on his own. And Bobby Lashley's not even helping Bryan because he's not legal. As Bronson Reed has been waiting a whole week to do this to Daniel Bryan. And Bryan is defenseless right now. Bronson Reed is just chucking him around. Oh my God. Trying to kill Daniel Bryan. Braun Breaker just watching on. Bobby Lashley watching on. But Bronson Reed's not going to be able to do this to Bryan when the other two have to be involved. And strikes his knee there. And I'm going to go to the top.
Don't know if that's supposed to.
Yeah. Bronson's struggling a little bit here. And Bobby Lashley sends him inside out. And Bobby, look at the strength.
Booby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley effortlessly slams Bronson down. And Braun Breaker wants a tag. And Braun Breaker punches him. And Bobby Lashley attacking the champion. Down goes Breaker. And a German suplex to Reed. And Bobby Lashley's on fire here on SmackDown. And I'm going to go to the leg of Reed. And Bobby Lashley, look at the strength again. Powerbomb, lift him up off the ground. And now going back to the champion, spears him off the apron. And Bobby Lashley again. The strength of the former World Heavyweight Champion. And drops him. And attacking Daniel Bryan now. What the hell? It seems like they got out of this match won. Attacking Bryan and takes out Reed as well. And look at this. Braun wants a tag. And Lashley's dominating everybody. He doesn't see this as a tag match. He was putting it, but he's attacking literally everybody. And Bobby Lashley with Bronson Reed. Down he goes. And takes out Breaker again. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Bronson Reed picks up Lashley. Down he goes. And bam!
Lashley had all the momentum for a long ass time.
And Bronson Reed missed the splash. Going for the hurt lock. And what's Bronson going to do? Oh, but Braun Breaker breaks it up before he can tap or pass out. Wait a minute. And Bobby Lashley. Spear! Oh my God, inside out cover. And a kick out from Reed. And Bryan wants a tag. And again he's going to attack Bryan. I don't know how good of a strategy this is. Wait a minute! Bronson Reed takes advantage. 1, 2, 3. Bronson Reed has pinned Bobby Lashley. Braun didn't even get tagged in the match.
But he was in the match, you got stacked.
Bobby Lashley did all this work taking out Daniel Bryan, and it ended up costing him as Bronson Reed has pinned Bobby Lashley a week ahead of their match at SummerSlam. And if Bobby Lashley just cooperated with Daniel Bryan better, I think they win this match with ease. But the ego ended up giving Reed and Breaker the W. Right here. Bobby Lashley attacking Bryan. Has no idea Bronson's even up. Bronson rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. It's over. And Bronson Reed finally getting his lick back after a 2-match loss streak.
And you can see at the end there, Lashley was like, oh shit.
Welcome back to SmackDown here, and here comes the SmackDown Women's Champion Io Sky, who has officially announced that she will be defending her title against Charlotte Flair in a TLC match 1 week from tomorrow at SummerSlam. It's been an interesting rivalry so far, but this is probably the biggest defense Io's had since becoming champion on the first episode of SmackDown. And she's making her way to the ring saying she has some things to address about Charlotte Flair ahead of their match at SummerSlam. And Io... Oh my God! Charlotte Flair jumping Io Sky!
We've seen this a little bit on NXT, but...
Charlotte Flair came up from the barricade and is now attacking the SmackDown Women's Champion and her opponent 1 week from tomorrow night at SummerSlam. Ambushing the champion, trying to weaken her before their match. Charlotte Flair now onto her third chair, beating the hell out of Io Sky. This crowd is in disbelief. Io's been ambushed. And again! Holy shit. Charlotte with her fourth chair. Io's gonna have to be carted out of here. Charlotte is ruthless against the champion here. Charlotte, no. Natural selection!
Charlotte is destroying the champion of SmackDown.
Charlotte now picking up Io Sky, fireman's carry position, and slams her down. And this is a warning for what is to come at SummerSlam. And another natural selection. And the message has been made. Charlotte Flair has ambushed the champion as she leaves SmackDown. Io recovering here, and Flair is gone. Io doesn't even know where she went. She just got beat up and left. What the hell is Io doing? Charlotte, I see you over there. You make the message clear. There's gonna be no mercy at SummerSlam in our TLC match. See you there. And Io's pissed, and reasonably so, as Charlotte cowers away here. And we're back here and getting ready for Trish Stratus to take on Bianca Belair next here on SmackDown. And Charlotte has been fined for what she did to Io and threatened that if she does not beat Io at SummerSlam, she will never get another opportunity for the World Championship ever again on SmackDown, regardless of how long Io or anyone else is champion for. So Charlotte is now put in a situation where she basically has to win at SummerSlam. But now let's focus on this whole Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley saga, as Trish has aligned herself heavily with Rhea Ripley and takes on Bianca Belair tonight in singles action. And also, to come tonight, Gunther and Kurt Angle will meet face-to-face after Kurt Angle won the gauntlet from last week, confirming he will be the opponent for Gunther at SummerSlam for the Undisputed title. Also, Team Angle takes on the Street Profits for the SmackDown Tag Titles. And finally, to close the show off tonight, Roman Reigns and CM Punk meet face to face for their contract signing ahead of their match next Saturday at SummerSlam. Trish versus Bianca coming up next here. And here we go, next time. And Trish, nice boot to start off. And Stratus right here against Bianca. So last week, these two were involved in the tag team match alongside with Jade Cargill and, of course, Rhea Ripley. And it ended with Trish and, Bianca and Rhea just taking it all out on each other. Now, Trish has Bianca in a waist lock. Bianca turns in her corner. Takes her down for a headlock. And Trish now trying to wrestle her way out of this. Bianca really wrestling down Trish. Wow, what a display there.
You know.
These two women and Bianca Belair picking up Stratus. And look at this, holding her up for an eternity. And down she goes. Picking up Trish. Bianca with Trish Stratus here.
And Trish.
Oh. And going to the leg of Belair. And I think that hurt. That one hurt Bianca too much there. Oh no, she goes right back to it. And rolls up Bianca. And a kick out at two, almost had her. Bianca seemed like she was almost out leveled there. And Trish is widely considered the greatest female talent of all time, but it seems like she's really in Bianca's head right now, considering the headspace and going right back to that injured knee that Bianca's been in since coming back. And oh, she tried to go for it again. And kicks her in the face. Belair with Trish holding her up. And gonna do squats. Bianca drops Stratus. Brings her up. And with Trish a running power slam. Down she goes, cover. And a kick out.
No.
A spear. Or more of a takedown, I should say. And I'm trying to hair whip her. Trish now. And down she goes. Stratus faction. And a chick kick to Bianca. Cover. And a kick out from Bianca immediately. And this is a weird side of Bianca here. She doesn't seem as on her A game as she usually is. Trying to get Trish up here. Nope. And wait a minute. Bianca rolls her up. 1, 2, 3, and an unusual type win for Bianca, but she won regardless.
Not the most decisive.
Yeah, it seems like she was really struggling in there for some weird reason, considering she was on her A game up until last week when her and Rhea got into that brawl. In this match, she seemed kind of out of it. But she still picks up the win and pins Trish Stratus here in this matchup. Trish not so happy, but Bianca picks up the win here. And coming up next, here we go. It's time for the face-to-face, and here comes Kurt Angle, the man who unexpectedly won the gauntlet last week and now will officially be facing Gunther at SummerSlam.
He is still not allowed on SmackDown, though.
Sunday.
Yeah, but he's still not allowed on SmackDown, though.
Well, I think he found some ways around it with Adam Pearson. He has to do this face-to-face with the champion. This will be the first time in PWG history where Kurt Angle and Gunther meet face-to-face here in the ring. This is a huge moment for fans. These are two wrestlers who people see as some of the greatest of their generation colliding in just 12 days from tonight. My bad, 10 days. And here comes the undisputed champion Gunther. What a moment this is. Gunther has openly admitted to looking up to Kurt Angle when he was younger, and now in just 10 days, he gets to face arguably the greatest in-ring performer of all time in a championship defense at the biggest PWG pay-per-view up to this point, SummerSlam in Miami. But before we get to their match, we get to their face-to-face here tonight. And it's next here on SmackDown. Kurt, I've admired your work for a long time. I think you are the greatest in-ring performer I've ever seen in this square and circle. But let's get down to business. In 10 days from tonight, we are not going to be standing from corner to corner or side to side, two respectively. We're going to be in combat. And this is the first time we've ever met, both personally and then in the ring. But I just want to let you know I respect you, but unfortunately, I'm not seeing a side of Kurt Angle that I saw when I grew up watching you. I think in some aspects, you are beat down and worn out like an old dog. But I still respect you, and I still respect that dog.
Gunther. You underestimating me is going to be the exact thing that gives me the win. Because you're a boy in a man's world, and I'm a man who loves to play with boys. Whoa! Gunther, you're a boy in a man's world.
Cut down to the business, Kurt. We're not trying to recreate promos with Rey Mysterio. We're talking about one of the biggest matches in pay-per-view history, and you're over here fooling around. And look, I'm not going to lose respect for you because of it, because like I've said, I think you're the greatest in-ring performer of all time. But things like this is what's going to make you lose at SummerSlam, because you don't take this thing seriously, and I do. And that's why I run through all my opponents the way I do. I ran through Drew McIntyre. I ran through Roman Reigns. I ran through CM Punk. And I'm good. And you're just going to be another one on the list.
Gunther, I was serious about the fact that if you underestimate me, just because of my age, that will be the exact thing that gets me that title. I'll tell you that right now.
I know more about what you can do in this ring than you know yourself. I've watched every Kurt Angle match in this company. I've even watched some of your NCAA performances, considering you are a real amateur wrestler. However, you are not the same Kurt Angle that won the gold medals with a broken freaking neck anymore. Now you're a guy who's rebelling, getting yourself suspended, trying to break people's ankles, and your anger that you always have in you is going to be the same thing that costs you on August 24th.
Gunther, you not knowing how seriously I'm taking this match is gonna get me a W, because you're just distracted.
What a confrontation these two just had. And you can see Gunther looking down there, kind of surprised at how Kurt closed that out. I want a contract signing next week, you hear me? Coming up next year, the tag titles will be on the line.
In Pensacola, Florida.
Here comes the tag team champions. The Creed brothers are part of Team Angle, defending their titles here in the main event match of SmackDown. Two-time tag team champions, Team Angle. And now here comes the Street Profits. And to come in our main event, Roman Reigns and CM Punk have their official SummerSlam contract signing to close out SmackDown tonight in Pensacola, Florida, the hometown of Roman Reigns. The SmackDown Tag Team titles on the line when we return here in Pensacola. So here we go, tag titles on the line.
The following contest is a tag team match set for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 410
go. Charles Robinson lifting the titles as we get ready for tag team action. And Angelo Dawkins and Brutus Creed, the two big men in the group, will start this thing off. And Dawkins right away, oh my God! Just
Damn.
shocked Brutus Creed. And Dawkins, starting off strong, but Brutus Creed here takes him down. So of course the Street Profits earned the right to this match about a month ago and decided they wanted to cash in their number one contendership tonight, right before SummerSlam. And down they go. And next week there will be a number one contenders tag team match determining who will face either, regardless of who wins this match, at NXT Heatwave for the SmackDown tag titles. Brutus. Oh. There he goes.
So, Creed.
Throwing Brutus. Now Angelo. Oh. And a tag to Montez. Here comes the high flyer.
So a wrestler, an amateur wrestler versus a high flyer.
Yep. Montez Ford has the highest jump frog splash in the history of frog splashes. Eddie Guerrero didn't even go as high as he did. RVD doesn't go as high. Kevin Owens. Montez Ford, when he's in the air, it's almost like he's flying. And Ford now. Oh. So you don't want to be hit with one of those because of the impact. It's not nice.
Must hurt to do it though.
Yeah. And Montez now takes down Brutus, who hasn't even had the opportunity to tag in Julius yet. Of course, Brutus and Julius Creed representing Team Angle. Kurt Angle will compete for the Undisputed Championship on SummerSlam Sunday. And down he goes. And next week it's been made official. Gunther and Kurt Angle will have a contract signing ahead of their match at SummerSlam to make it official 2 days before. And now Julius Creed in, and Montez Ford going to do the damage on him as well. Splash missed. And Creed now hits him with a forearm. Julius Creed, bam! Got a shot from Montez Ford there, kicks him. Now picks him up. Montez with Julius, but Julius here countering and rolls him up, looking to steal it. And a kick out of two almost out of it. Look at this, Angelo wants a tag, but Julius takes him out. But Ford, going for the DDT. No. A belly to belly.
And Julius is looking powerful today on SmackDown. In Pensacola. SmackDown.
Tags in Angelo. Tags in Brutus. And nice insecurity there from Angelo Dawkins. And now with Julius Creed, DDT. And that cuts open one half of the tag team champions. And another DDT. And right now Angelo Dawkins is in complete control of our main event matchup here. Street Profits versus Team Angle. Look at this. Now with Julius, down he goes. And sets him up on the middle rope.
619 time incoming.
Bam. Off the right hand. Wait a minute. Whoa. Caught him. Cover. And a kick out at two. And nice butt. What the hell is that? I don't know what it was. Broke effective cover. Kick out. Looks like a butterfly toss there. Tags him in. Angelo didn't see the tag. Still attacking Brutus, but Julius is legal. And Julius Creed. What a suplex!
God. And Julius Creed.
Elbow. And takes out Angelo. Julius Creed with the upper hand here takes out Dawkins. Montez Ford is still stunned here. And I'm going to take him out as well. And right now it looks like Team Angle has this one in the bag maybe. To retain their titles potentially. But Angelo Dawkins, nah. He's saying no way. Counters. What a punch! And now after Julius, down he goes. Or sorry, Brutus him now. And a high knee. Cover to retain. Oh, but the ropes are right there. Angelo with his feet on the ropes. Keeping this matchup alive. Going high. Elbow to the back. He was trying to get that hot tag going. And now going right for Ford. Ford pushes him. Ford's had enough. But now he takes him out. What a match here on SmackDown. Hits him. Oh my God. Dawkins. Brutus was too distracted. Wait. Has him. They're going to put it away. Clothesline! Cover to retain!
One, no!
Oh, Montez breaks it up.
Tag was made.
Tags in Julius. Or sorry,
Right,
Brutus.
there's
Fuck.
that.
Keep getting mixed up. Who isn't exactly 100% himself. Wait a minute. Angel got him! Bam!
Oh!
That might be the knockout punch! Montez is legal. High knee. Brutus is completely weakened. Montez takes him high. Hurricane Rana. Are we about to see something huge? Splash. Montez Ford paying homage to the People's Champ.
To the owner!
People's Somersault.
Hey, he's got to keep a job somehow. He has Bianca Belair to feed.
Montez Ford. Frog Splash. Cover. Wait. He's right there. Wait. Takes him out and pins him. 1, 2. The Street Profits are the champions. The Street Profits, after a hell of a match, have defeated Team Angle and ended their second reign as champions. What an effort. And after a hell of a match, there was blood, there was sweat, and there may have been even tears. The Street Profits are your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. What a match. Montez Ford pinning Brutus Creed, and they've done it. What a moment. But we are not done with the action yet, because coming up next, Roman Reigns and CM Punk will sign their contract for their match at SummerSlam. Back here on SmackDown for the contract signing. And here comes General Manager Adam Pearce. So Roman and Punk, of course, have had heated battles with each other backstage and such, but now it's time for them to sign the contract and at least try to be professional.
The OTC. Roman Reigns. The longest title reign in modern history. More WrestleMania main events than anybody.
With 8.
The head of the table. The owner's cousin.
Yep.
Roman Reigns.
And of course, him and CM Punk go back years. Over a decade ago. CM Punk mentioned it last week. He had a lot to do with the creation of the Shield, and if you know anything about the Shield, it shaped what Roman Reigns would end up being. It shaped what Seth Rollins would end up being. It shaped what Dean Ambrose would end up being. And most importantly of it all, a man who wasn't even involved in the group, it shaped what CM Punk would end up being. It is one of the most important factions in the history of this business, and it's the same reason Roman Reigns and CM Punk have despised each other for so many years. CM Punk would go on podcasts talking about how Roman Reigns was protected, Roman Reigns was forced. They wanted him to be the next John Cena when he clearly didn't have it in him. Roman Reigns says CM Punk was an afterthought and an old man who was out of touch with the business. And now 12 years, 13 years later, they meet again, and in just 10 days will meet in the ring in one-on-one action.
Chicago born.
But tonight we're in Roman Reigns' house.
CM Punk. Not coming out with the briefcase.
Tonight's straight business. And even though it's the house of the big dog, they're all chanting CM Punk's name. And you know that doesn't make Roman Reigns feel too good. And as we get set up here, this contract signing is next. CM Punk and Roman Reigns face to face to sign the contract when we return. So Roman, we're finally here. You know, even before you cost me my match against Bronson Reed, I figured this day was going to come at some point. I mean, that's just what's going to happen when you put two guys like you and me on the same roster. And I said some things about you last week, and I hope you take my bid. When we sign this contract, it makes it official that we will be main eventing night 1 of SummerSlam next Saturday. Do you agree to the terms?
Yes.
Okay. Are we done here, Adam?
But, Punk, there's things I have to say to you. The reason why I don't like you, I have a vendetta against you, I would say, per se, is because I made the Shield what it was. Look at Dean Ambrose, look at Seth. They both went solo. Dean went to AEW, he had a great career in AEW. Seth went solo, he's had a solid career. But look at me. I had a 4-year reign, most WrestleMania main events in history. Look at my career. I don't think Chris Hero was the right guy for the job, looking back. And you still hold that vendetta against me. And that's why I don't like you.
You're going to bring that up. Here's the thing, Roman. I don't think you're an untalented guy. In fact, I thought that you deserved a lot of what you got. My problem came in is when you were supposed to be the guy. You were supposed to be the next John Cena, the poster boy of the company. And what happened? You failed. Suffering succotash. Remember that? You're not built for this role, so what did they do? They had you revolve your whole character and all your persona around how you love your family. And it worked for the most part. You were the best thing this company had to offer at one point, when I, of course, was gone. And then what happened? Let's move to 2021. My first year in a wrestling ring in 7 years when I went to AEW. And then what happened? It became an AEW versus WWE war, where at some point, when you weren't on the shows, I was bringing in AEW's revenue. People were tuning into me, and what did they have to do to you? I was carrying it with guys named Jungle Boy. Who are you working with? You were working with Brock Lesnar. You were working with Edge. All these guys who bring in all this money, and I was given the short end of the stick. Roman, it's a clear, distract of, you know, who we've had to work with and who we've had to carry the weight around with. I've had to work with some of the bottom of the barrel talents, not to shit on any of those guys, but fuck Jungle Boy, by the way. Not to shit on any of those guys, but I made people stars. I made MJF a star. But no, at the peak of your career, I'm not done talking. Who did you make a star? Brock Lesnar was already a star. Edge was already a star. Seth Rollins was already a star. Kevin Owens was already a star.
KO was just some mid-carder at best. And also, MJF wasn't a big hit because of you. He was a big hit because of his mic skills. He's on the levels of The Miz and The Rock on the mic.
Roman, without that MJF feud, me and him, nobody would have given a shit about the angle that he took after that. But with you, it's always been, we gotta make sure something's working for Roman. We gotta make sure something's working for Roman. What happened with me when I was here? Huh?
You were a star.
I had to build myself up by sitting on the stage and talking about Vince McMahon, and I got myself over with these people. With you, it's always been, oh my God, we gotta do something to get Roman over. I did this thing on my own. You had the backing of Vince McMahon, the backing of Triple H, the backing of everybody, your own cousin. It's always been nepotism with you. You're a part of a dynasty, a Samoan dynasty, the most important family in the history of the wrestling business next to the McMahons. And with CM Punk, it was all natural. So Roman, the point I was trying to make last week was not Roman Reigns has no talent. The point I was trying to make was Roman Reigns couldn't have done it on his own, and CM Punk did just that.
Punk. You think, Punk, you're a millionaire, and you think you just did that on your own? No, you had help. You had help. You had to work with John Cena. That's what made you a star. You got John Cena, one of the greatest rivalries of all time, to help you. He's literally still, 20 years later in his career, he's the World Heavyweight Champion right now. And you say, oh, I had Jungle Boy to work with. Yeah, because you were a crybaby. You left the AEW. You could have been one of the biggest stars in history, but you decided to You could have been a star. You had potential, but you decided to go flaunting around with AJ Lee, and you decided to go with Jungle Boy and fucking MJF. MJF is great. I don't really care about Jungle Boy, but MJF, great on the mic. I actually watched some MJF promos today, but still. But that was your fault. It's not my fault that you're a retard.
Roman, after all that, I think you're still not getting the plot. What did I start off as? I was in ECW, and I had to work my way up the branch.
I started at NXT.
The moment you came to the main roster, you were put in a group. And who did you attack that night? Ryback and The Rock. And The Undertaker. And then all these other people as we keep going down the road. So many legends so early in your career. And it was always a plan to make sure you worked out. Because if the company didn't put the work in to make you a star, Roman, you would be cleaning my shoes. And that's all I have to say about that.
Punk. Punk, you are practically at this point, you literally went, you had potential. You had potential. You didn't have to
Why do you keep talking
50.
about I have potential, Roman? I'm already a legend.
I
became
didn't have to be
a legend.
50 years old when you were...
Roman, I became a legend the moment I made myself a star by sitting on the stage, cutting the most legendary promo in the history of wrestling. With you, what did you do legendary when you were given all this? You were given, literally, in your first year as a single star, the Royal Rumble, for God's sake. You got to face Brock Lesnar in your first WrestleMania main event. I mean, man, if I can talk about a more pampered loser than you, I don't think I'd be able to name him, maybe other than your big cousin, who also is a big fan of stealing other people's opportunities, but I'm not going to get into that now.
Hold on. Do not talk about my family, no matter who they are.
Or what? What are you going to do? You going to punch me?
Oh, I'm not gonna do that. I'm professional. But at SummerSlam, the beating I was already gonna give you would be one of the worst beatings of your life.
Well, we'll see about that.
I think Jungle Boy was a beating.
Yeah, whatever. Wow. What a segment. And there's just so much to unpack, I can't even mention it. CM Punk and Roman Reigns officially main eventing SummerSlam Saturday, 1 week from tomorrow night. Good night from Pensacola, Florida.